On the top of the hill, we found ourselves at the center of a huge open field and hundreds of sheep around us.
Oi. We are going in the wrong direction. इकडे झाला हवंय जर. This is a trail. This green patch. Yeah, towards the left. I think that is the green patch.
Navigating through this terrain was a great challenge. In between, there were blueberries, blackberries on the hedge. On the way, we saw Bela's Nap, a Neolithic chambered long barrow. After spending some time there, we continued our walk. We were feeling good to walk through the green vegetation, crossing the boundaries of the fields over wooden bridges and gates kept for livestock. Finally, before the rain could catch us, our today's destination, Wichcombe, became visible. Though today's distance was only 12 kilometers due to our navigation mistakes, we got delayed. The today's stay was at a beautiful decorated Blair house, an excellent homestay. Day 2 started on a well-arranged breakfast table. Day started with confusion in the navigation. It became difficult to identify the field gates through which we can go. But whatever it may be, countryside was beautiful. Villages on the way had unique architecture with their local limestone speciality. Learning from yesterday's mistakes, today we covered longer distance in the same time. By around 2 p.m., we reached our destination, Broadway. Broadway Hotel had an interesting concept of honesty bar. Here, one can enjoy with available bar items and make our own bill before checkout. To avoid delay in starting the trail, here onwards we started skipping the breakfast. Every field was guarded for its livestock with automatic gates. We crossed this 18th century Broadway tower and continued for our long walk. The route was well planned to pass through interesting monuments, meadows, rustic villages, cathedrals, houses with unique colors, and picturesque landscapes. But to reach destination, we must keep walking through such hundreds of gates on field boundaries. And finally, after a long and beautiful walk of 19 kilometers, we saw our destination. We have reached the Moreton in Marsh. We were going to stay at amazing Redisdale Arms. Interesting fact was that these places have maintained their architecture from 17th century. The cherry on the cake was this welcome sharing. We skipped the breakfast and lunch. We compensated by such delicious early dinners. By now, we got used to crossing these gates. While walking on the love path, our footsteps automatically matched. This part of the route was better marked with signboards. Walking along this wind-rushed river, we were about to reach today's destination, Boreton on water. The room stay was really a luxurious one. By now, it had become ritual to start the day with selfie at official start point marks. Today was going to be a last but longest day of 26 kilometers to be covered. Today, we were going to complete the Cotswold round at Cheltenham. On this part of the trail, we crossed only 10 to 12 persons in the field, many sheep, cows and horses. Walking through dry fields under the sun was a little more difficult.
This is the first view of Cheltenham. We are almost going to finish our 105 kilometers trail from Cheltenham via Wichcombe, Broadway, Moreton in Marsh, Boreton on the water and back to Cheltenham. Now these are our last 3 kilometers down this hill.
As per the tour operator guidelines, the King's Arms pub was the end point of our 105 kilometers walking trail. We celebrated our completion with a glass of wine, and walked for 3 kilometers more to our hotel, from where we started 5 days back. As per our tours arranged by Max Adventure, we took a clockwise walking round in Cotswold countryside from Cheltenham to Cheltenham, passing through Wichcombe, Broadway, Moreton on Marsh and Boreton on the water. The third part of our tour started from Cheltenham station. We were heading for Cambridge and then we were going to end our tour at London. As we could not book the seats in advance, we had to travel by standing in the passage. But taking every kind of experience is part of our tour. We enjoyed watching beautiful stations on the way. Our nephew Akshay and Rashmi received us at Cambridge. Akshay is at Cambridge for postdoctoral work. Because of him, we could visit Cambridge Library. As Akshay's guest, we got an opportunity to visit famous Trinity College. Here we saw Sir Isaac Newton's copy of Principia Mathematica, Srinivasa Ramanujan's original letter to mathematician G.H. Hardy, and Charles Darwin's Origin of Species. We had a great tour of colleges under university. From Cambridge, we arrived in London as our last stop. In and around London, our places of interest were Natural History Museum, Science Museum, and Greenwich Observatory. Greenwich Observatory, established in 1675, was on my wish list for many years. Though Prime Meridian is a common attraction, my interest was more in knowing about longitude estimation for the ships. These chronometers from 18th century have played a major role in accuracy for ship location. Surprise atom was this large red ball which was first used in 1833 to help observers syncing up with GMT, and it still operates today. The red ball rises halfway at 12:55 p.m.
And that against the most exciting 2 minutes of your life.
Rises to its top at 12:58 p.m. and drops down exactly at 1 p.m. As the ball is visible from far distance, ships departing from Thames River took this last opportunity to synchronize chronometers with GM.
Thank you for listening.
This has been an excellent trip for us with our motto Travel Right. San Vihan Tours provided best travelling tickets, hotel bookings, and assistance in visa and rail pass. Max Adventure arranged a self-guided walking tour for us in Cotswold countryside from Cheltenham to Cheltenham.